Hello, everybody, and a big welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we want to talk about the care plan, what it is, what's involved in care planning, and why it is one of the most important documents in caregiving or in the care world or in the care industry. Guys, you cannot do anything in care without a care plan. You cannot really say, I'm offering care, and not be referencing to your care plan. This is like your guide, this is like your compass to the care that you're giving to the person that you'll be supporting or the person that you're looking after. Guys, as you all know, I love to say care should be person-centered. This is universal, this is everywhere. Care has to be person-centered. It has to be bespoke to that particular person that you're looking after or that particular person that you're supporting. So it's not a one-size-fits-all thing, but it's something that is specific to that person. So how specific it is, then this is where the care plan comes into play, because it's a document that's prepared specifically for that person, to suit that person's care needs, to suit that person's needs overally, from physical needs, medical needs, mobility needs. Overall care needs are encompassed in that care plan, and it takes a lot of time, expertise, and consideration to come up with one. So no wonder why, if you're a carer, you need to really respect this document. So guys, let's get into it. So a care plan is for anybody who needs care. So before anybody is maybe referred for care, or is maybe recommended for care, there's a team that actually look into their needs, and then they come up with a care plan, which is a document in which everything will be laid down there for those that are going to offer care to follow. So what in this document, guys, I'm going to be looking on the notes that I put down so that I don't miss anything. In this document, there entails the kind of support that that person needs. Is that person needing to be nursed in bed? Is that person does that person have like mobility issues whereby maybe they need to be hoisted, or they use a Zimmer frame, or they use a walking stick? All those things are encompassed in the care plan. So before you do anything with anybody, just make sure, take the time to read the care plan so that you understand, so that you don't find yourself wanting. Also in this care plan, that's where there will be everything that says, okay, how is their care going to be delivered, how is the care for this particular person going to be delivered, and also the finance bit, how is this person's care going to be financed, guys. So it's very, very important. I'm in the outdoors, guys, today, and I just dropped one of my my earrings, guys, so we're going to just do without. So also in this care plan, there is options really, where if somebody is supposed to be staying as independent as they can be, then they are allowed to have as much control over their care, as much control over their life. This is where things like their choice, decision making comes into play, guys. As we go on, we will continue to talk about these things, to say, okay, where do these things come from? Do they have capacity? All those things then have a bearing into what sort of a care plan they need. So also in a care plan, the activities that this person enjoys. Okay, so it could be maybe this person enjoys maybe being outdoors, going for a walk, or you just take them out once in a while, or you take them for a coffee, or you take them shopping. All these things are actually documented in a care plan. So in as much as we advocate or say, oh, you need to do one or two things with the people that you support, make sure whatever that you're doing is in their care plan, is encompassed in their care plan. You cannot just start to do things that you feel you want to do that day and they're not in the care plan, just in case something happens, guys. So make sure whatever extra activities or whatever activities that you do with that person in particular are encompassed in their care plan. These activities also factor in the condition of the person that you're supporting. What is their medical condition like? What is it that they suffer from? Also, you factor that it in, so that you understand the care plan, or you understand the care needs to say, if I'm going to take them out, maybe they are asthmatic. If I'm going to take them out, maybe I need to always have their inhaler with me when I take them shopping. So you need to read that document. You need to respect that document if you're a carer. Part and parcel of the things that are included in the care plan, guys, are their medical needs, their medication, how often they take them, how they take them. Do they take their medication with water? Do they take their medication maybe with something else, maybe yogurt or something else? So all those things, you find them in the care plan. Also, you find those things, how often they take their medication, the times, guys. You find all those things in them in their care plan. So it's not like you just come up with your own times, or you just come up with all your own adjustments. No matter what, you need to respect these things. This comes again to one of the things that we always talk about on this platform, where we say, okay, in domiciliary care, you need to be somebody who is time conscious. You need to be somebody who is so conscious of the times, your call times. Why? Because some of these people, maybe they are required to have their medication at 6 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and maybe 3 o'clock, or such and such a time. So if you cannot manage your own time, you end up messing up these times, and these can have serious implications. So at the end of the day, you need to be somebody who is time conscious, somebody who is very punctual. It's very, very important. And you need also to be somebody who is so respectful of this document that we're talking about, the care plan. So also in a care plan, you can find other things, like what is important to this person in particular, be it their pets, be it their family, be it their charities, be it hobbies and activities. So guys, I think a few days ago I did a video whereby I was talking about some of the things that you can do which are extra, some of the conversations that are extra that you can have. So when you understand somebody's care plan, then you know the kind of conversations that can actually tickle their fancy. So when you do read their care plan, you can actually do now know, okay, what sort of hobbies do they like? What sort of activities can I do with them? Do they like games? Do they like watching telly? What sort of programs do they like? So it's very, very important. I've been asked to say, well, sometimes I go in a call and I do everything that they need done, and then I'm left with so much time and I don't know what to do. Read their care plan. You have an idea of what other things that you can actually do with them that can actually improve the time, the quality of time that you have with your service user or the person that you support. They say also, they go, what is involved in a care plan again is, what is it that they can do for themselves? Can they do their own personal care? Guys, one of the things that I learned, I thought maybe in this job when I started, I thought like we're just going there, they can't do anything for themselves. So you wash them, you comb their hair, you do this and that, you brush their teeth for them. No, that's not the case. The whole point in care is to encourage independence. It's not for us to take away their independence. It's not for us to like do everything for them, but it's to promote independence where they can. It's to encourage them to live a full life as much as they can. So how then do we promote that? It's when you read their care plan, you can actually tell, oh, okay, they like to wash their own face and hands. They like to wash their own top half. Allow them to do that. They like to comb their own hair. Allow them to do that. Give them the chance to do that. You do other things for them. You tell them, oh, there is the face cloth. You wash your face and top half, and I wash your back for you, and I wash your bottom half for you. It keeps them moving, honestly, which is the whole point of care, to promote, movement, promote independence, promote, for them to continue to live life in as near normal way as they can. So when you read their care plan, you can actually tell, okay, they can wash themselves, they can do their own personal care, they can eat on their own, or maybe they need assistance feeding. It's very, very important, because you can come to some instances, especially if you work in domiciliary and you do not take the time to read the care plan or to review it. I'll get to the point of review somewhere later on in this video. Some people, they've got issues with swallowing, or they can't hold their cutlery. So it's no help when you prepare their meal and then you just put their plate right in front of them. You just find that, that plate in front of them the next time you come into that call. So this applies even in a care home. Take the time to read the care plan. Even in hospital, let's take the time to read the care plan to say, okay, do they need assistance with food? Do they need prompting? Some people with dementia, in as much as they can hold cutlery and do everything, You may put food in front of them and they don't know what to do with them. They'll be asking you, so what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to eat this? So it's when you read their care plan, when you understand their care plan, then you know they need assistance with food. Some people do need even assistance with drinks. So when you read their care plan, you understand what you need to do when it comes to eating, nutrition, and diet. Because at the end of the day, you find some people, they'll become malnourished. It's when people don't take the time to read the care plan, don't take the time to understand the nutritional needs that this person needs assistance with food. Also in that care plan, again, that's where you'll find, okay, what is it what they can do mobility wise. Okay, they're a hoist. Okay, they're a step around using a Zima. Okay, they're a written. Okay, they use a Sarah steady. Okay, they can walk, mobilize independently. You just need to hold their hand. I've seen situations whereby somebody just come in and then they are asking somebody to stand up and walk, and that person is a hoist. That shows somebody has not taken the time to read that person's care plan. So it's very, very important. It can actually boost your confidence when you, suppose maybe you're new, or suppose maybe you've just been called in to support that person maybe for that day. Some organizations, big organizations, do that. When a team is struggling, they actually like reach out to say, okay, can we have someone to come and support? They call you, take the time to read the care plan, or take the time to get a handover to say, okay, how are they mobility wise? How are they nutrition wise? How are they continence wise? How are they in terms of other needs? It shows you want to be there for them fully, you want to support them, and you want to have an idea of how best you can support them. Also, part and parcel of what's involved in a care plan is the equipment or care you need, such as maybe are they a Zima, are they a hoist, are they a sericity, are they a written, etc. Do they walk with a stick? So all these things are very, very important, and you can only find them in the care plan. No wonder why it's very important, if you're in care, read the patient's or the client's care plan. Also in the care plan, you find also things about their friends and family, and how they feel about the client or the patient's condition, their plans, and what their wishes are. Guys, it's very, very important to understand, in as much as the people that we support have got their can make their own decisions and everything, they've got their family and friends. Some of these family and friends have got lasting power of attorney, are involved in the care. So it's very, very important for you to understand what is it that they want for their relative. What is it, what are their wishes, what is it that they want done, how often it's done. That way, when you understand those things, then you know your limitations, you know what you can do, you know who to inform in case something is not going on well, or maybe they are beginning to decline care or anything. You know who to inform. So it's very, very important for you to read that care plan. Part and parcel of what's involved in someone's care plan also are personal budgets and funding options. Some people do like to go shopping, some people do like to go to the bank and stuff. So in the care plan, you can find also that maybe this person needs to have so much money on them at any point in time, or weekly or monthly. So you need to, these things, they do differ from person to person. No wonder why each care plan is for each person in particular, or for each patient, or for each client in particular. It's not a one size fits all, but it's bespoke, it's particular to that person. Also, part and parcel of what you can find from in a care plan, sometimes some people have got continence needs. They're incontinent, or they variable continence. So this is where you get, okay, to say, okay, this person needs their pad changed how many times a day. Again, how many pads are they allocated? Do they have a catheter? How often should their catheter be changed? Do they have a catheter passport? Things like that. Is it a long-term or is it a short-term catheter? Do they use bottles? Do they use the Bambridge bottle? So there's a lot that you can actually find in a care plan that you need to read, because some people do not take the time to. Suppose maybe you're there for the day, or you're there just to support a team that's struggling. When you don't read the care plan, then you don't know how often they are supposed to be repositioned, how often they are supposed to be maybe stood up if they're in a chair, or to be hoisted up to take pressure off their pressure areas. So it's very, very important that you take the time to have a look at the care plan, or to have a proper handover of somebody's care plan when you go in to support that person. Some of the things that you can find also in a care plan is how and when care will happen. So you find that other people have got variable care calls. Some have got 2 calls a day, some 1 call a day, some 4 calls a day, some single calls, some double calls. All these things are entailed in their care plan. And also in that care plan, that's when you know this call is for half an hour, this call is for an hour, this call is for 15 minutes, this call is for medication only. But then this doesn't mean that you go in a call, it's a medication call, and then someone requests for a cup of tea, you just go like, no, I'm not doing that, I'm here for a cup of tea. No, that's not the thing. Yes, you know it's a medication call, it's 15 minutes, no wonder why it's for medication. But then if they ask for something and you can actually do it within the 15 minutes, then obviously assist them with it. Or if it takes longer, maybe ask the office if it's okay for you to do it for them. Maybe it's going to take maybe 20 minutes, an extra 5 minutes, or maybe just explain to them if they are willing to wait for the next call, or if they're willing to wait for the next time that you come and it's a longer call, then you can assist them with whatever that they want. Then you will find out what is preferable to them. But always be compassionate, be caring, be attentive to the service user or to the client's needs. Also, in somebody's care plan, there can be the local support groups or respite in their care plan. Maybe this person needs, maybe they go to daycare once or twice a week, or there's their pastor, or their reverend, or their spiritual needs. So they will be there in that care plan to say, okay, their spiritual mentor or their spiritual whatever comes once every month to see them. So those things have to be respected. Sometimes I've seen in situations where someone shows up and then it's their religious guide or their religious support contact, and then you just go like, oh, we were not told. No, you didn't read the care plan. It's there in the care plan. And sometimes this can reflect on you as a person, you as a carer. You didn't take the time to read. You don't want to be found wanting in terms of that. Also, there are people actually have days that they go maybe for daycare, or they go for activities once a day, to their local support group. So when you do read their care plan, you now know on a Tuesday they go to such and such a place. So which means I have to go in early to their call, or maybe I have to be there right on time, get them ready for when their transport comes, or for when they have to go, depending on how they go there. Or if it's you that's taking them there, then you've got enough time for you to take them there. You're not chipping away from their time to go there. Some people, maybe they have got days where they go into town for shopping. Then okay, on such and such a day is their day for shopping. I have to be there early. I have to take them to 1, 2, 3, 4 places. You now plan for when you take them out. So you can only plan for these things. You can only prepare yourself for these things when you take the time to read their care plan. Also in a care plan, you find the training needs, some of the trainings that you need to prioritize, be it medication. Some people are on controlled drugs, so you need to keep your training up to date. Some of them have got like mobility equipment training needs, whereby you need to renew your hoisting training, things like that. So it's in the care plan to say, okay, keep 1, 2, 3 up to date. Also, guys, one of the things that I'll talk about last but not least is how often these care plans need to be reviewed. These have to be reviewed as often as can be. There are situations, if nothing really changes, maybe depending on organization to organization, some people do take the time to review these care plans every 3 months, every quarter of the year, or every 6 months, just update, or yearly, depending on the care needs of that person. But suppose maybe that person has been in hospital, they've had extra medication, or maybe they've had a fall, or there has been like complications or something to do with their condition. Then people need to take the time to review their care plan. Why? There could be changes in terms of mobility, there could be changes in care needs, there could be changes in a lot of things. So it's very, very important for people to prioritize such. It's very, very important as an organization, always check if that care plan is up to date. Some care plans, in some care plans also, that's when you talk about like the DNR, do they have it? Or if they haven't had it, or maybe the last review they said they didn't need it, they need to be resuscitated. The next time you review, also take the time to talk about it. Take the time to discuss it with the client or with the patient. So these are some of the things also that needs to be done. Review these care plans. Again, sometimes you can be having those clients or patients with wounds or with pressure area damage. They could be like having wound care plans in their care plan to say, okay, this is how you're going to take care of this wound area or this pressure area. So it's very, very important that as carers we prioritize, or we prioritize the care plan. We make it part and parcel of the things that we do. Take the time to read whilst we are in clients, whilst we are in calls, or as part and parcel of our training. Make sure you find time to review or to read through that care plan, and make it a regular thing. Maybe on a monthly basis, just go through somebody's care plan. Guys, before I end this video, guys, part and parcel of what prompted me to make this video on the importance of a care plan is I came across I can say a story where a carer went in with their own food, and then the client asked if they could have some of it, and then they had some of it, but then they were allergic to some of the stuff that was in that food, and then they ended up having an allergic reaction. Guys, I was trying to look for the right term, but then out of my tongue. Okay, they ended up having an allergic reaction and ended up in hospital. And guys, this is a serious case. This is I don't know how to classify it, but honestly, this is highly I don't know, it's a serious case. So part and parcel of the things that you can find in the care plan is, do they have any allergies? What is it that they're allergic to in terms of medication, in terms of food, in terms of anything? They could have an allergy, so it's there in the care plan. It's encompassed in the care plan. So no wonder why I thought, well, I'll come here and we'll talk about the care plan and some of the things that are important that you could pick from reading through somebody's care plan, guys. And guys, I do wish you well in all that you do. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget also to hit the notification bell so that you can know whenever I put out a video. I will see you in my next video. And happy caring month. Bye.